full of people who think life is a happy series of coincidences and trust the official narrative, some of us know better. Tales of Stonehenge, dogmen, chemtrails, and more. All of this we will explore in the Seany Zone.
What up? Hi, Bobby.
What's up, Seany? How you doing tonight, buddy? What's good?
I'm doing good. What the fuck is going on, America? Come on.
I don't know, but we're back, baby. What's good, man? Sorry I missed you last week. We're back in the Seany Zone on a Tuesday night on the Shuli Network. How you been,
Breaker 19. Let's go, America. Come on.
Let's
go. Yeah, fuck. All right, so let's say that, Bobby.
Yes.
What did you think of the falls? We didn't discuss this really, so I wanted to know. What do you think of them?
They are all inspiring, man. Yeah, he's talking
did
about
you do the boat?
Rochester. Yeah, I did the boat, man. And that's what's all inspiring about it, Seany, because you know you're at the mercy of those falls, and it makes you realize how kind of significant you are or aren't compared to other things, man. That's what I took away from that. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Now, were you at the front of the boat when they pull up into the Horseshoe Falls? Because you're on the Canadian side, right?
Yes, but I wasn't. Yes, we read right up to the Horseshoe Falls. I didn't get on the front of the boat. I wasn't quite that adventurous. I was like a 2/3 guy. I was kind of hovering near the steps already on the top deck and all, but just all inspiring, just the same, Seany. I'm happy to be back with you, buddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good take. And I tell everybody that goes out there, because I've been to both sides of the falls, and that is the most fucking impressive part, is being on the boat and just seeing and feeling, and the noise, the sound, the rumble,
right. And
the rainbows. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man. It's
point.
It's wild.
You described it very good. I got all of that out, Seany. Yeah, it was a good experience. Good experience, man.
So, well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. What was your? Let me ask you, because we haven't really discussed this. What was your take on DabbleCon 2?
Fun weekend, man. So much fun. And you saw how it was when you came out Saturday. Everywhere you go, you're bumping into a person, or somebody's going next to you, past you, that's either a famous podcaster or just a famous from the chat family, a chat family friend. So it was just like that every minute, the whole time, all weekend long. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I got to meet you and the future Mrs. Seany, right?
Yes,
that was a lot of fun too.
Yes, yeah. It was a good time. And I found it strange, because sometimes, like, I would meet somebody and they knew me, and I'd say, "Oh, well, that's your name," and that guy would be like, "Oh, it's Phil," and I'm like, "What's your chat name?" Like, I don't know, Phil. I don't fucking know. Okay, hi, Phil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so I just laughed, because
I copped some cool swag up there, like these Seany Zone stickers that you were giving out. Look at that, boy. Woo, Seany with the swag coming up there. I scored the dog man shirt from Seany. Look at me. I'm all Seany that. I'm corporate, dude. I'm here for you, buddy.
Fucking A, kid. Man. Fucking A. Once it's not so hot, I'll wear mine. I'm a fat guy and I sweat a lot, so no sleeves is better for me right now. Still, we're still in that world of no sleeves keeps me a little more dry.
You go sleeveless up to November? Are you that guy, Seany?
No, not that far, but like September, pretty deep into like September, enough, right? depending on the day. I start them in like, depending on the year, like sometimes May. So it all depends. Some years
you're always dressed for the gun show every week. You and Andy, man, you guys are always dressed for the gun show, and I'm the conservative guy here, I guess. But
I'm fat, and I don't like being constricted. So like I have a thing about that. God forbid if I ever got like put in a casket.
Ooh, watch all those K's there.
When casket, I wasn't dead, casket.
That's good. Okay.
All right. So, greetings, everybody.
Yes.
Please smash the like button, caress it, lick it, flick it,
Smack it up, flip
give
it,
it a
rub
little,
it down.
you know. Tell your friends. We'll read the pores. I don't have problem with the pores. Super chats. Please turn on your gifted memberships. They do. Christmas comes early, is what I'm trying to say. And the Shuli Network agrees with me. I just saw them in the chat.
I see that they're backing you up. Letting everybody know. Turn on. There you go.
Turn on your gifted fucking memberships. We've seen a bunch of them in the last few weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's been a lot that's gone on. And it always seems to go on right. Most of the stuff that goes on, like news-wise, that I would be concerned with goes on like Wednesday, like right after we're done.
Really? So you're like itching all week long to get at the thing that just happened right when you got off the air, Shawnee.
I had to wait a whole week almost. Well, like, remember when the bridge collapsed? Like it was like the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like our show when the bridge in Baltimore.
Yeah.
RFK bowed out of the race, which is very upsetting to me because I'm really looking for a third party that's got some fucking legs. And it helps me because he was very conspiratorial in a lot of things that he thought about. He was very in touch and in tune with the fact that there's chemtrails. Yeah. He would admit that big pharma owns the Democratic Party. He was very upfront about the fact that he thought the CIA killed his uncle JFK, and that Sirhan was falsely accused of killing his own dad.
Wow.
Do you remember that the RFK death, Bobby?
Well, yeah, I remember the story of it and the story around it. Yeah, from history, the history that I've
Sirhan supposedly worked into that the hotel and shot him in the back, in the back of the kitchen. But Sirhan would later say that he had been brainwashed. And at the time, everyone thought that was fucking insane, right? But then we found out that there's that MK Ultra, and that the U.S. government was actively orchestrating a brainwashing system.
Yeah, doing those very type of things. Or yeah, we've heard they tested for that. Yes,
exactly what he said that they did, and I'm really upset. I'm really upset with RFK. I really wanted him to like just stay tough and fight it out until the end. The media in this country. Well, hold on a minute. He also let me just one more thing. Okay. He also was a staunch believer that the 2004 election was stolen, and that Bush won over John Kerry, which I agree with you. We all know that I'm not a big fan of George W. Bush.
The old hanging Chad days you're talking about.
Yes, and his role in the September 11th attacks. So,
right.
But my point being, in all of this being said, excuse me, I'm starting to sound a little bit like RFK, right?
Talk amongst yourself while Shawnee gets a refreshing beverage here.
My point being that we need nobody really likes. I mean, except unless you're extreme left or extreme right, nobody really likes what we have. Everyone wants something more moderate, something that's that you can relate to.
Yeah.
Because, on one end you've got the far-ring left, and you got the far-ring right.
Right.
And nobody's really trying to push for like common sense shit.
Yeah, life is somewhere in the middle, and it would be nice to have like a third choice, Shawnee.
It really would be, and it's dangerous to them. So I wonder, RFK, if he was pressured to choose a side. And it's interesting to me that from a family of Democrats, he didn't choose the Democratic Party to endorse. He picked the Republicans to endorse, even though everyone else in his whole clan said, that guy sucks, we don't like him, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Shows he's an independent thinker. Well, yeah, Shawnee, at some point, the election seems to come to the mercy of the media machine that we have here. Somebody, the pressure gets put on, and somebody has to bow out of the way because you need, the media and the money on your side. And if he didn't have the bucks, then I guess they feel that their next best thing they can do is, okay, well, I'm not going to beat any of these people, so the next best thing I can do is kind of pick out the lesser of two evils and maybe support one of them, Shawnee. So I guess that always seems what happens with whatever third party person might be hanging around leading up to election.
But is that really it, or are they being steered that way because, let's just say that the CIA came to him and said, "Oh, we know what you think about us."
Yeah.
And you better drop out of the race.
I mean, it's like, I guess that's plausible as anything, Shawnee, that could happen and all, but it does seem to go, happen with that cycle to where if you have like this kind of outside person, they're eventually kind of squeezed out for various reasons the closer you get to the election, Shawnee. So.
No, I agree that they do. And that's the problem, is that nobody, other than like Ross Perot, which he had a head full of, that whole, now, that year was really fucking something.
That was the closest in my younger lifetime, Shawnee, that we ever got to like a third. Like, this guy might have a shot, like Ross Perot. But what did they do to him? What did the media end up like basically attacking him and making him look like a buffoon, like a know nothing, right?
They attacked his VP because he picked a guy. He was an admiral or something. I remember if it was the Air Force.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Navy
I can't remember the name, but yeah, Bird or something. I don't know.
And he said,
"Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?" You go ahead.
Well, and he said, "Who am I and why am I here?"
Yes,
like in a retort, but they took that as, "Oh, he's senile," and they spun it around on him. And I mean, like
politics, soundbite politics, yes.
Even Howard Dean, when he was on the campaign, whatever year that was, 2000, and he was going, "Yeah, we're gonna get him," and they took in that as, "Oh, he's fucking nuts." He was enthusiastic. Don't you want someone that's enthusiastic?
Yep, and they did. They just took that little snippet of a whole entire speech that he did where he was like
maybe
a little too enthused at the end, Shawnee. Yeah, and that's all he was really guilty of, was being a little too enthusiastic.
He was excited. What the fuck? It makes me crazy because if you've got a sports team, you want a coach that's into it and is enthusiastic and is let's fucking kill him. Don't you want the same thing as from a president? You want him to be into the fucking job. You want him to be excited.
So that's why I think it's very important that you got to have the media on your side if you're going to be one of these winning candidates. So do you think, Shawnee, let me ask you, do you think that was like a concerted effort to kind of make him look bad by the media?
Which one?
What we're talking about, Perot?
Perot? Oh, yeah. They didn't have much on him. He made a lot of sense. He didn't sound nuts, but his VP was the doing of Ross Perot was that major army guy, whatever. It wasn't John's army major guy. But they were like, "Oh, here we go. There's a chink in the armor," and they they attacked it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Very
what
much
it was. And RFK, they played him down as like a conspiracist. Also, his fucking family was involved in these things. Like, you don't think they have opinions? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny how he can be on one side of things, but then you go for the endorsement of a particular candidate, and like you said, they kind of villainize him and make him look like he's like a crazy person, this conspiracy theory kind of guy. Yep.
Yeah.
So I know you were hopeful for a third party guy. I know you talked about him, but we're ultimately down to the two bad choices. Hold your nose and kind of make a pick election anyway, coming up in November there, Shawnee, right?
Yeah. Which makes me sick to even think about it. You know what? Once RFK left the race, I started to wish that John Stuttering was around still, so that I could yell at somebody. Because I'm sure he's up. Come on, his asshole.
Oh boy.
With his tongue and his nose, his big schnoz of his, and just fucking gross. That guy sucks. And you know what I thought about too? Because of John, because I haven't really given him much thought until this week. And then I said to myself, imagine, I wish that they had film of him the night that Trump won in 2016.
Those kind of reactionary videos when
sitting around
being
people
throwing stuff. Yeah, it makes you wonder kind of what his reaction would have been on that night.
I'm not even sure if he's alive still, because that night might have actually killed him. But if he's alive, that night he must have blown out his asshole. I mean, he must have prolapsed his colon that night, freaking out. I mean, oh my God, I wish I could have seen that. Because I mean, like you saw like the Young Turks and MSNBC and all of their whining and crying and complaining, which I really didn't care. I didn't like either of them, and I don't like either of them now. So I really was like, what the fuck? But seeing them absolutely melting down was a little bit of joy. You know what I mean? But oh man. It's
going to be one for the books this year, Shawnee, for sure. One for the books.
Stacy wants to know what's up with Shawnee and assholes today. I don't know. It's just an asshole Tuesday, I guess. I don't know. Took us Tuesday
here on the Shuli Network.
But so and it's I find it interesting. I find it interesting that we are all we hear about from the left is Project 2025, right? John and his echo chamber of guys that he has on his show just keep spewing that. And so that's a conspiracy, isn't it? Like, isn't that a conspiracy theory?
I think
so. We're okay with some of them, but not all.
That is John. That is selective,
But then on the right, we're talking about the great replacement theory,
mm-hmm.
which is that they're bringing in, that they're bringing in migrants to replace us.
Mm-hmm.
You know about this one, Bobby?
Well, yes, I've kind of heard of these.
Have you heard the 2025 one too?
I mean, not in any great detail, but kind of know the bullet points of it. But yeah, I think that always is the kind of fears, and that's kind of what they do, Sean, is that they kind of pit us against one another while they kind of walk away with the bag, if you will. That's always been my theory about politics,
Yeah, and I just find it strange that we're seeing some of the signs, and we've shown them some of them here on the show, of the great replacement where they're flying migrants into Europe.
Right.
There's I don't think I put this.
Well, I think it's really something, Shawnee, that we've had thousands and thousands of years of basically having wars and divide and conquer and fighting for land and fighting for war based over religious differences, ethnic differences, until we're all kind of seeded into the countries that the world has evolved into. And now it seems like the world's being taken, we're separated on all those lines, and everyone is being shaken together, where people where they were happy and all. And now this whole melting pot thing, it only works kind of so good in America. But I really wonder how this whole melting pot thing works on a global scale, which is kind of what we're seeing right now, Shawnee.
Here's the key to that, right? So immigration works great. Mm-hmm. As long as it's at a pace that is controlled, where you assimilate to the country where you move to. Why would you move somewhere and expect it to become where you just left?
Yeah.
Because you just left there because you're being threatened. Your lives are being threatened. Like, why would you?
It's the definition of culture shock. I mean, these cultures are all being collectively shocked. The incoming cultures, they don't have, they want their culture represented on. So you having these culture battles now restarted up and going on all over again. Where, like I said, for thousands of years, we already kind of fought through a lot of these kind of conflicts with religious differences and things of this nature. And
and it's
come settled based on these.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to move to Sweden, it's because I want to be part of Sweden. It's not because I want to be a USA guy coming in going, now we have to be the USA.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you go to Sweden because
I want to go there because that's where, and that's where the whole floor of this all comes from. It's like they're just overwhelming. Did you hear about the apartment complex in Colorado that's been taken over by Venezuelan gangs?
I can't say I heard about that particular one, Shawnee, but you do hear stories in major metropolitan areas of major hotels and buildings that already existed for one purpose, and they're being quietly taken over and becoming these kind of immigration hubs, if you will, Shawnee.
Yeah, oh boy. All right, we had a green and a pink come in, so let's take a divergence for a moment. The Master of Violence. Wow, what a name!
Master.
And your avatar looks like it's maybe a Jeep or a.
Oh yeah, it does.
I'm thinking that's honestly a maybe an old Range Rover. I can't really tell.
Or an older Jeep.
But anyways, he's been a member for 10 months, or she. The great replacement is real, and it's here. I'm in Texas, and in the Dallas and Houston area, our demographics are changing fast.
Yeah, Shawnee,
I believe that.
And you make a good point that it's one thing, nothing is wrong with immigration on its face, but if it's done properly to where there's acceptance of the people that's entering the new culture. But this seems to be just total shock and shaking up and just mixing everybody together and hoping that it works out. Sorry for your luck kind of thing,
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. And then the fact too that you bring in all these people on programs where they're getting food, they're getting housing and whatnot, and then you just pull it away. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Well, I mean,
I have a theory, my whole thing is that I've grown up and kind of seen the evolution of life before me is that I believe that kind of war and disease are kind of necessities, whether they be man-made constructs or not, to kind of thin our population, Shawnee, because we always talk about how there's only so much food, there's only so much room. And I think back in the past, war used to be the thing, right? Hey, let's start a war and we'll eliminate some people this way. We won't have so many people needing all the same stuff. And then disease does much the same thing and all. But now I think it's, it's really gotten down to this level, Shawnee, to where I hope it doesn't turn into a culture war, Shawnee, but it does seem like that we're kind of posed for that.
UK is on the cusp of it. It definitely looks like that. I hope
all of these things were already settled for so many years, it seems, Shawnee.
Yeah. Wait, we have some purples we got to deal with here.
Let's look at the pretty colors.
Daniel August, thank you for the 50. Evening, boys. Glad to see BF back. Does he really? No.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you,
kidding. I'm
Daniel.
kidding. Oh, hey, Don Trump. Oh, hey, Don Trump.
Oh, hey, Daniel August.
There you go. You got the discount Donald Trump right there. There you go. Thank you, Daniel August, and thanks for welcoming back, buddy. Thanks for the 50. We appreciate it.
I laughed so hard when he did. I had him do discount Dogman crying.
Yeah.
That was so good. That was so funny.
All right.
Anyways, Brian Kowalczyk, thank you for the 50. If anyone knows about a melting pot, ask BF. Just add water. Please explain.
Hey, I don't know. I like pot. I get accused of drinking water a lot on Replayables on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but shout out Brian Kowalczyk, man. It was nice. You know, we were hanging out with Stacey Allen and Brian and Reels and all the people up there and Roy Ray.
Yeah.
They were so cool and so great to meet for the first time in person, man. So, look at that. Oh, look at that, Stacey in the back. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
That was so much fun, man. Great picture.
Yes, I also met Big Daddy Dodo.
Yep, great
time.
bro. Got to hang out with him for an extended period of time. So
that was cool.
So cool. Thank you, Brian, for that 50, my friend. Like, we appreciate that.
Yes,
man.
that was
and
awesome.
Daniel August, we appreciate that.
Wait, well, before we start up again, Carlos Gomez with the $2. Trump got indicted again. Let's go, Brandon.
That's not true. That didn't happen.
Listen,
they
just rehash. They just put them on the paper in a different order, and they came at me again. Listen, thank you for the $2 there, Carlos Gomez. Yeah, ain't none of that. Whether they get arrested, they can arrest every politician out there. Ain't gonna affect my day tomorrow. I guarantee you that.
Yeah,
my life's gonna be the same, whether they get arrested or they're free.
Yeah, it's gonna suck a little bit worse every day, right? So, but all right. So, getting back to,
we were talking about how you were talking about in the some of the buildings in Colorado. You said had Venezuelan people. We were kind of on that.
There are gangs that have taken over like the whole apartment building, and they're forcing the people to pay them the rent. And it's like, at what point do we stop? And I mean, I'm not calling for any kind of uprising, but I'm just saying, like, at what point do we start to vote?
Well, when does anyone apply common sense? And like you said, maybe this area can't tolerate an influx of people. I don't think anybody's really looking at it from that angle, Shawnee. It just seems to be everyone's just being shifted around like cards, if you will.
It's crazy.
You guys go over here. You guys go over here. You guys go over here. And fingers crossed, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I know where I live, I see a lot of it, like local, like motels and hotels and stuff. They're not, you can't rent anything there. It's not for rent anymore. Like it's because of this. It's being used up because, Mass is very democratic, and it's, you see it. You definitely see it. So I don't know. So moving on with our political discussion, unless there's anything else you wanted to say, Bob.
No, that's all right, buddy, man. I'm following you.
Or
I'm
Andy.
here in the Shawnee Zone. I'm here in the zone.
Andy, how is it up there?
Oh, it's good, brother.
I mean, like, how are you seeing a lot of this shit up there too?
Yeah. I mean, I try to stay away from it.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. That's all I had to ask.
I'm really busy. An excuse not to pay attention to a lot of this bullshit,
Okay.
Right.
All right. Fair enough. So John has been mostly MIA.
Mostly.
And
he popped up and did his show, the political show the other day, too, didn't he?
I did. I sent him a chat saying if he were to apologize to me, I would allow him on the show. John, if you apologize for trying to keep me off of Stern, because that's what you fucking did, and you fucking did it, and I know that you did it, and I know some folks that know that you know who I am, and I love that he pretends he doesn't, which is funny. It's fun. And because he's so dumb that he tries to make it believable he doesn't know. It's fine. But if you were to apologize to me, I would allow you on here. So I just want to throw that out there, you dumbass.
You'll be on the Shuli Network someday, John.
Yeah,
just apologize.
I'd let you on. So I sent him a text, a chat saying that, and he goes, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to apologize. And he just blew it off, even though it was on screen for quite a while.
Oh,
he's so fucking dumb. He's so dumb.
Selective memory.
Yeah. Oh, well, he doesn't want to apologize. He's a narcissist. Narcissists don't like apologizing.
Absolutely not. If it was something about his greatness from 20 or 30 years ago, he would remember word for word verbatim. But if suddenly he doesn't really know who Shawnee is and why he should apologize.
It's crazy. It's fucking nuts.
He knows who it is.
So I was wondering while he was gone if he had been like, if he might have been like hospitalized, or if maybe he was in jail, like incarcerated for something, if he drunk drove. And
he showed up with that 10W40 hairdo color the other day, though.
He definitely did. And then I was thinking, or I didn't know if he got like, or if he had to go back to the Shire with the rest of the hobbits. But then I said to myself, I said, what if he's at, and this is a crazy thought because it doesn't sound like him, but what if he's in rehab? What if his kids and his wife and ex-wife or whatever, and everyone came to him and said, John, you're fucking us up. You're ruining our lives. And the only way that they would speak to him again is if he was to do this. Not saying that he's going to actually try. Not saying that he's actually, trying to like improve his life or his health or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if it was like the last chance that his family had, and they were saying, John, you have to do this, and then which would explain why he's not around during the week, but then they get some time off on the weekends. I mean, not time off, so to speak, but he would have a little bit of time to himself to produce a show about politics, you know what I mean? Like, and we didn't see where he was, so we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if this was related to him going back to like school and possibly teaching or not. Again, that was one of the theories possibly floating around, right?
Yep, that was one of them. That was one of them. And I mean, and that could be the case. That definitely be the case. But I was trying to think of like, what wouldn't you expect? Like, you know what I mean? The whole fact that I wouldn't be able to wrap my head around if my kids came to me and said, there's this whole construct, there's a whole show, there's a whole 2-3 day show around how much of an asshole you are, Dad. You know what I mean? Like, if my kids came to me saying that, I'd be so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I mean, but I have a heart and I have a soul. So
I think he was already probably feeling the pressure of DabbleCon anyway. I think he kind of flaked out, if my recollection is right, kind of near the first DabbleCon, to where he was kind of petering off because he knew that this event was kind of going to go down. He wasn't going to be a part of it. A lot of people were going to make money off of making fun of him, and I think he kind of flaked out on that maybe. And I think he's kind of reassessing. He's probably like looking for getting his quiver already full with his bow. But I think he'll be back, doing his regular thing really soon, Johnny.
I'm not saying he won't. But I'm trying to think it all through. Like, I'm trying to think of every angle.
No, I like it. Because you had a whole theory about him kind of moving from California at the time when he really wasn't being upfront about all that, Shawnee. You broke it down about the cats and the car drive and all that stuff. And when a lot of time he hadn't really like come out and really admitted to a lot of that stuff yet. But there you go. There's Stacey Allen right there.
Shawnee, come on, 2025. Love it.
2025.
But no, yes. So he is. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, if you're faced with if as a parent on some level, if your kids all come to you and say like, Dad, you need to do this, like, or else we're done.
I mean, it's very plausible, Shawnee, but I wonder if they really are involved with him enough that they really give a shit and they're more do like a hands-off approach with him too. You know, they might be taking that whole approach. I don't know.
Well, okay, so like in some of the tapes and like in some of his shows, he's brought up the fact that his kids, you know, like they don't really like it, and they're like it's stressful on them. I guess is really the term I want to put on it. And I can see that.
Yeah.
And
so it could have been maybe Dad don't be doing shows so much, so these guys don't have like a opportunity to do like a whole convention and clown on you. They don't be showing your ass on the air, maybe.
Well, and like all the shit that he does, like all that stupid bullshit. Like he does a lot of stupid bullshit. Yeah. Like he clowns on himself.
There is awareness for some of these kids that he teaches or whatever, because they talked about when they do a Google search for Stuttering John, what's the first thing that comes up nowadays? It's not Howard Stern shit. It's Uncle Rico stuff, and it's not, and none of it's flattering. So yeah,
cheers to Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico. So there could be some truth to what you say. Look, oh hey, I got my official DabbleCon koozie, man. Uncle Rico. There you go.
What?
What?
Where do I get mine?
I don't know. You can get yours at the ShuliNetwork.com or something like that. Fuck if I know.
There
you go.
All right, so that was my John conspiracy, I guess, is that he's actually in rehab, and sneaks out for like, you know, for a little bit of time on the Sunday to film this show, which is a bunch of horse shit, and it sucks, and he just sucks. He's not a good broadcaster. He's not funny. He's got a low IQ. And he's bullshit.
Brian Cairn seems to be losing patience with him quickly.
Yes. Quickly. Which will make things interesting for sure. And I also want to say that he on that show, he also said that they cut the head of the snake. Not they cut the head off the snake.
Off the snake, yeah.
But it was of the snake.
You cut the head of the snake, so he's the snake.
Yeah.
I cut the head of the snake.
People get cut in the head all the time, and they don't die. It's not a fatal wound. Like if you get cut in the jugular, the femoral artery, maybe. Yes, it often is. But not just a cut on the head. So he's so fucking dumb, he doesn't even know that it's cut off the head of the snake. So I needed to make that clear. And I also have some advice for him. Next time he's on the air, he should try smearing preparation H all over his forehead. Ooh, so that T fucking thing goes away. Like it'll constrict the skin.
Yeah.
Because they say to do that for your back.
It looks like he's developing a forehead butthole.
His head's full of shit, so that would make sense. Boom, roasted. Thank you,
yeah,
Mike.
it was. What's 11 Bravo? What's up, brother? Nice meeting you at DabbleCon as well. He says, that was funny when Wyatt Karam's dad said to John, and I care about this. Why? Yeah, because John was trying to tell one of his pity stories, and like, why do we care about any of this? Why? What's up, West 11 Bravo? Good to meet you, brother.
Hello. Yep. But can we go to the Discord number 224? Because John brought up some, he did send up a tweet that I'm not sure who these new names are that he's got.
Oh boy, yeah, here we go. Let's see, real original. I guess this is his idea of comedy writing. Here we go.
Yeah, this is cutting edge of comedy.
I think I got it over for you to share. Producer Andy, if you get a second, throw that up. There you go. Can you read that, buddy?
Toker, fat man, hack woman, the Diddler, Mr. Sleaze, and Hush.
Yeah. The toker, the fat man. So this is his idea of writing. Just basically rehashing like insult that he's like kind of delivered many times on his show, if you will. Yeah.
But like, so but I'm like, who are these folks? Are these new people he hates, or are they the same ones? Like,
I'm guessing he's given some new names, like the toker. He always gets on Shuli for smoking weed, so I would guess he would probably call him the toker. And then maybe, I don't know, he'd call him Fat Man. We talking about Zen. That's normally the easy go-to joke for Zen, even though he's kind of losing his weight doing his thing.
Yeah.
Hack woman.
I mean, at this point, I think I weigh more than Zen does.
Yeah, that probably is true, man. Shout out to Anthony Zenhauser, man, who crushed it at his time at the roast, man. I wish
I was there for that. Oh man,
yeah, he did. He had a great roast night.
Yeah, I heard that.
Wes. Yeah, man. So yeah, this is just John with his great playground level kind of level of writing skill right here. Just basically giving like more calling names. Hey, Shawnee, I know a very famous politician who likes to give names, make up names for people. I think he must like admire that guy. You know what I'm talking about there?
Oh, Mr. Sleaze, yeah.
Yeah, John's awful like Donald Trump in that way. And there he has to come up with his little kind of make up a little media or a press name. I got to give everybody a label or a name and all. So it's very, very Trump-like of you, John. I think that's part of the
Sleaze is the worst person ever to perform at DoubleCon.
Where are you getting that one from?
Mr. Sleaze.
Mr. Sleaze.
It's right in there after the Diddler.
Yeah, Mr. Sleaze.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, but anyways, all right. So that's enough about John. Fuck him. That fucking chooch. All right.
Chooch.
You chooch, motherfucker. All right. Let's go to Mike's shitty internet provider.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 5, Mr. Upside Down guy. Is it possible someone kept a timeline of comments on John's YouTube channel before he turned the comments off? Why John turned comments off when he did? That's a good question, and I do always post on there a lot of shit. I'm sure it wasn't anything I said. Maybe it was. I don't know. Let's go to DJ Davies. Thank you for the $5, Bamadi. New from SJ. Postcards from rehab. I would love that show.
What's up, DJ Davies? Postcards from rehab. Day 1.
They said I was the best rehabber they've ever seen.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All the nurses know
No one's ever rehabbed as good as I have.
Yes.
Hey,
rehab.
Cunt chops.
There it is.
I love the avatar.
The plane.
SJ, I'm leaving rehab. I aced it. Passed the test. Showing I had it all. Was number 1 on all the drug tests. Highest score.
Top shelf. Magna cum laude from rehab.
Yeah,
that's
right?
me.
Yeah,
hey, I see Kate Rio checking in. How you doing, Kate Rio? Kate and John, how you doing?
Hello, Kate. All right. So tonight there's a very special show for you all. It's are we calling it On the Pond or In the Pond or something like that?
Frog. It'll be a lot of fun happening on the Shuli Network right after this show tonight.
Yeah. So we have to get to our Discords and get the fuck out of here so the boys can set up. Can we go to number 221?
221, you got it, buddy.
Please, on the Discord.
All right. Coming right up here.
So this isn't too far from where I live, and I wanted to show you what's going on with the mosquitoes.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot going on with the mosquitoes nowadays.
All right, I'll throw it over here. Throw it up here. Producer Andy, throw it up, and we'll run this a little bit. It says, town takes controversial step to fight mosquito-borne virus. So I'll roll this, huh, Shawnee? Here we go.
Yes, please.
Oxford, Massachusetts, and 3 neighboring towns have a reason for concern as mosquitoes carrying a potentially deadly virus called Eastern Equine Encephalitis, or Triple E, infected a resident who is now fighting for his life.
We don't want to see another human case of Triple E this year.
The rare but dangerous disease can cause swelling in the brain. There's no treatment and anyone can get infected. The death rate is as high as 30%.
Even if you do survive, usually there are long-term significant health impacts, neurological impacts.
Oxford has been declared a critical risk for Tripoli, prompting health department officials to recommend a 6 p.m. curfew for outdoor activities, including club sports.
Damn.
These are recommendations. They're not hard and stop requirements.
We are definitely nervous about it.
Sarah Fournier is also worried her children's sport.
There you go, Shawnee. So what's your take on that, my friend? I've never heard of such of a
wait,
kind of way to do it.
before we even go anywhere else, can you play number 236?
Okay, I will play 236. We will. That's kind of I didn't know about that story, Shawnee, so I'm definitely interested in talking about this more. 236 we're going to make our way up to. 30 right here. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll share this one now. 236 coming up after that story about the curfew for mosquitoes. This one says dengue fever surges by 400% in Brazil after Bill Gates backed GMO mosquitoes were released. Okay. I see what you're doing here, Shawnee. Wow.
So there's also the aura. I couldn't find a clip about this in time, but there's also the aura puche is another disease that would started in Trinidad and Tobago that is also mosquito borne, and malaria is on the rise from mosquitoes. And isn't it convenient that Bill Gates put his fingers in GMO created mosquitoes?
Yeah, and because we talked about previous episodes on this show right here about how the United States military kind of experimented with basically weaponizing bugs or things like this, diseases and stuff like that.
Yep.
So somebody now you have somebody that has all this money and all this newer, advanced, scary knowledge, Shawnee, being applied to this effort. So you are making a connection to the dengue fever surging by 400% in Brazil. And I guess, they could make it here in the jet streams just right. And so now they're here in a town near you said, Shawnee?
Oh, no. Well, hold on.
Okay. Was it not?
Different things.
Okay.
Triple E is Eastern equine encephalitis.
All right.
Which swells your brainstem and you die.
Okay.
And that's localized to a few towns away from me. Like that's not that far from where I live.
Okay.
And then we've also got dengue fever in Brazil. I just got into this right before we came on the air.
Okay.
And then you got the Oropouche disease, Oropouche, whatever. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. And there's also a rise in malaria. These are all insect-borne stuff. And they're all going crazy this year. And the dengue fever in Brazil has been going on since like March. Like it's all fucked up down there.
Yeah. And so, we talked about, the war and the disease and everything. I think, that this is yet another way to kind of population control, Shawnee, if you will. That's what I think about when I
definitely
see
could
things.
be. Definitely
population
could be. Monkeypox was supposed to be the next big thing. Well, first it was like bird flu or whatever. They had started saying like bird flu is going to make a big thing, and then it didn't. Then monkeypox is going to be a big thing. Oh, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely seems like something is coming, and they just keep trying to create it.
Yeah, I believe, to me, like I said, all of these things, all of these diseases and all, war and the whole everything going on, it all comes back to population control. There's only so much room on this planet. There's only so many resources. They know the rate that we're growing on the planet, how many billions of people are going to be on the planet, and how quickly we're going to outpace our resources,
our land. Yes, exactly.
So you have these natural kind of things are thinning the population, Sean. I believe it all comes back to that in my thinking.
I agree. We had a few chats come in. I don't want to forget them.
We sure did. What we got? I don't know if our producer Andy in the house. There he is. Come on,
Arthur Jackson. EEE is just another scam for mail-in votes in December. same as COVID 4 years ago.
Maybe.
Boom.
Maybe they're a little further behind on it.
Rabid Weasel. Oh boy, I don't want to play with the Rabid Weasel, but thank you for the $5.
The Weasel,
yeah, right?
Thank
the Weasel.
you to the Rabid Weasel.
And the fact that John wouldn't read his chats the other night, that's interesting, because you're supposed to read your chats on.
Oh yeah, and I heard him say, "There's no terms of service that says I have to read the chats." And it's like,
fucking
it's
douchebag.
good business. I think you probably should be reading your chats. Yeah.
Can we go to number 234, please?
Sure enough, buddy.
At first I saw and laughed, and then I thought about it, and I said, "That's a really fucking great idea."
Okay, so I watched this without the sound on, so I'll be curious to watch this with you. We can all watch it together. And
so if you've ever seen Falling Down, key for defense, defense.
Oh my God, Falling Down, a great movie with Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
All right, let's check this clip out and see what we got.
So I keep getting the question, Sasha, why is there sock on your bat? Is it to clean
Why
up
is there
the blood?
sock?
And the answer is no. So if you're, hitting
Sock on the bat. That's what we're talking about, Shawnee, right?
Yep.
That's the
sock
topic
on
of
the
this
bat.
video. Sock
Yes,
on the bat.
Yeah.
someone with the bat, they're going to try to grab at the bat. And then they're going to try to pull it away from you, right? So you put a sock on the bat, so when they grab onto it, you can just yank the bat away, and then they're left with the sock, and you still have the bat.
Damn.
So it gives you a second chance to, continue doing what you have to do, so they don't use the bat against you.
Damn, my girl's hard. She got some thinking going on, Shawnee. Damn.
That kid's all right. That kid is all right. I like that. And now I'm going to put
thinking.
socks on my bats.
She's like, I'm not even thinking about how I'm going to beat your ass with a bat if you come in here. I'm going to put a sock on this mofo so I get a second shot at your ass.
I got 2 whacks at you. Make sure you're going to leave with no teeth.
That's dedication to the game.
I love
man.
it. That kid's good. She's good.
That was cool. Yeah, I didn't watch that one any sound earlier, so I was wondering what the context of that was. Yeah.
I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not gonna go to anything that. Can we go to? I can leave that one for next week.
Hope everybody's having fun in the Seany Zone tonight here on the Shuli Network. But stay tuned right after this, 8:30 East tonight. It's going to be the Andy and Don are going to be doing Andy and Don. That's the same guy. Andy and Joe.
Don are the same guy. Yes.
Yes.
Frog and Don.
What are they doing it from the
can we go to, it's going to be a fun time. Can we go to 231, please?
Don and Frog. I went and checked it out.
It's not. We're not calling it in the pond anymore. 231.
Frog made the studio, so I don't know if we're playing with the title or.
Okay.
There you go. Either way, whatever they call it, it's going to be a lot of fun because it got the 2 coolest ass producers on the Shuli Network, Andy and Joe, man. Great meeting them. Okay, so here's your one. Oh, all right. We'll get into this one a little bit. Might have to get in these one at a time, buddy. So here's the original tweet, right? This is about Zuckerberg?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like me to there's like a couple, there's the letter and then there's the actual little video. It looks like it's all part of there.
Well, just if we just read the top part of it, wasn't there something? Oh, well, hold on.
Yeah, there was you want the actual letter, right? Because I read the letter earlier.
Maybe I sent you the wrong one.
Do you want the letter itself?
You know what?
It was avoidable, and it's really disappointing.
Get it. Let's just pause it.
Have adequate testing.
I sent you the wrong one. So basically, Zuckerberg is saying now that he wishes that he hadn't given so much power to President Biden during the pandemic.
Let's see if this is what you want, Sean. I think this is what you want. This is the actual letter, but basically kind of states as much. Right? Is this the letter you wanted?
Yeah. Well, I guess it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically,
there was a tweet that was way more concise about it, which is the one I thought I sent you guys, but I fucked up. It's not, and I can't even read that. So it's.
But it It's from Mark Zuckerberg, and it's to Chairman Jordan. He says, I appreciate the committee's interest in the content moderation of online platforms. And it talks about how they've cooperated. And it just basically said that they kind of regretted some of the things that they were asked to do. They were kind of asked to control and condition
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
some information during the whole outbreak and all. Yeah. It says they claim that the White House, they repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when we didn't agree. That's what you're talking about, right, Johnny?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That's the part of it that I was trying to get to. And there was a tweet that was more concise about this, but I fucked up, and I'll admit it, John, when I fuck up.
But no, I mean, but you still got it in there in the context in your story, and that was the gist of, kind of the whole story at the time, is that people thought that certain information was being suppressed, and they basically released a statement saying that they're not in the business of suppressing statement, they're into freedom of information and all. Yet, but they, in the same letter, they copped to, like, regrettably conditioning some of the information that was going on at the time under pressure.
You nailed it, Bob.
Under pressure.
And to quote John, that's why crayons have erasers.
That's why crayons have erasers. That's the saying? Something like that.
Can we go to number 235? We've discussed a lot about great replacement theory and such, and I wanted to show you there's camps being built around the world, and this one is in Ireland, and it's interesting.
Okay, yeah, let me read. There's a little caption with the tweet. It says, if it looks like they're building military barracks and deliberately importing an army, it's probably because that's exactly what they're doing, according to this one. So let's do a little screen share, and I'll show you what Seany's talking about here on the Seany Zone on the Shuli Network. Here we go. Whoa. Got some nice stringy lights there. But yeah, Seany, I think once again, it all comes down, it's just looping now. It's all about population. I think that I think there's certain parties that know there's only so much to go around, and they're trying to protect the resources that are still here by making less people to challenge you for them. I think that's really what it's all about.
I agree with you. That is completely what it's all about. And you just want to try to be not the ones that are being called off, if you will. I mean,
well, yeah, and so that's what this is your kind of lane. This is what you do. We're in the Seany Zone, so you like to kind of talk about these things and kind of the bigger picture of what's going on when you see, it isn't maybe any one of these things, but when you kind of see them going on in different countries and you kind of put these things together, and hence your Seany Zone and your theories, buddy. So
yeah, and you start seeing them come closer to home. That's when it starts getting like worse, I don't know.
And knowledge is power, I mean, you can agree or disagree, but knowledge is power. And maybe when people make up their mind on their own if they start seeing some of this information and kind of put it together themselves.
And that's one to grow on.
Ooh, there you go.
I need to have a quote for that. Yeah, it's all right. So, there was number. Can we play? Oh, actually, that's not even that one. What time we got? We're 8:00. All right, so we're gonna move on to cryptids. And I have a fun clip that came in. I saw this one years ago, and I wanted to bring it up. And it was number 228.
228. I can do that for you, my friend. 228 in the Seany Zone. Oh boy. Oh, I can play it. Oh, all right. This is your cryptid part of the show in the Seany Zone here tonight. Here you go. I'll play your video, Seany. Whoa. It looks like a big cryptid in a cage and a smaller man standing in front of it. There you go, Shawnee. There's your video, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that one?
What do you think about that, Bob?
The Bigfoot and the cryptid. Yeah, I like the chain and the size in it. It says this video appears to be legitimate just for the type of trap that was set and the area. The Bigfoot in the cage and the guy outside shows a pretty believable scenario. I can't prove this video is authentic, but it sure appears that it is. So, yeah, I mean, the scale, it was all there. But it's so tough, Shawnee, with you hate to be like a video skeptic and AI and all this stuff right away, but it's just great. That's kind of the world we live in nowadays, but that's supposed to be an authentic video. Bigfoot.
It looks pretty realistic. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
There you go.
We had another chat come in. Can we get to Dogman Lives? Yes. Big Daddy Dodo, I got to meet you this weekend out there. It was a good time. Not this weekend, the one before. Hello, fellas. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Thank you for the 10, buddy.
What's up, Big Daddy Dodo? Great hanging out.
Big
with
Daddy
you,
Dodo,
man.
good guy,
Yeah,
good
brother.
guy. What?
Hang out. Got the cool DabbleCon shirts, man. Hung out and had some lunch with him. A lot of fun, man. I got to do all that kind of little fun stuff and hang out with people. Great time.
So next we're gonna deal with some food stuff. We know we love food items here on the Seany Zone. Number 220. I don't know if we can play this one. I don't know if you looked at it, Andy.
Let's check it out.
I'm
real
looking
quick.
now.
All right.
Okay.
Well, while you look at that, Barbie, can we play number 219?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'll let Andy make a call on that. 219 here on the Seany Zone. What is this one? This is a tweet. All right. I'll show you the video, or I could read the caption first. What would you like, Shawnee?
You can read it first.
All right, I'll read a little setup for it. It says, it's a tweet and it's a video, and it says, after RFK's speech about food chemicals and how they're killing us, it feels like a good time to remind everyone about the color of European Fanta. They literally cannot add the super orange color that the American one has because it's poison. And so let's contrast. Let's compare. Because we've talked about these a lot here, like you said, food conspiracies, and maybe there might be better ways or better thoughts in handling food. Because we talk about how, I think the world standard for many years was the FDA now. And now we're finding that maybe the FDA is kind of going in different directions.
Suspect?
That maybe little suspect directions and all. And so now we're kind of looking at what other countries are kind of doing with their food. So here's the European Fanta. And look how yellow that is, Shawnee. Look at that.
Yeah, that doesn't look like our food.
To Europe here. This is the color of Fanta in Europe. Look at this color now. Anybody who drinks Fanta in the United States knows that it's about as orange as
the cap that the thing's on.
Oh my God! Yeah, there you go.
The actual texture of the liquid. You know why it's like this? Because they can't use orange color. They can't use red color. They can't use all the dyes because they're chemicals. This is made with 100% orange juice. Isn't that something?
Wow.
No chemicals.
So the government doesn't give in over there, Shawnee.
Day and night, and you don't gain weight. You gotta love it.
They don't poison their citizens. That's amazing.
Everybody who loves to hate on that phrase, it's true.
Wow. They don't allow the corporate greed to win out, and they do kind of what's healthier. I mean, they say, that 100% juice or whatever. So that's kind of, on the healthier side. They don't bow to corporate interests, it seems. So we talk about this a lot, how, we take heed to when we see stuff like this now. And when you turn me onto that whole ice cream product or frozen ice cream product shit.
Frozen dessert
dairy,
or whatever it is.
Frozen dessert, yeah, you got me with that one, Sean, and messed up my whole ice cream game with that one, buddy. So I've learned stuff about that's okay. It's for a good reason, man. Because I mean, you were right. That ice cream just did not melt the same way. It was not actually ice cream. So you made me a smarter consumer, and now I look for real ice cream. I don't look for like frozen dessert treat product or something they would feed my dog or something.
Right. Exactly. So
I like it. I like learning stuff about that and orange here on the Seany Zone.
It's crazy the stuff that you learn when you actually look into it and you say they're poisoning us. You go into the store and you see Mountain Dew is like 3 shades of green. They have Mountain Dew Baja Blast. They have Mountain Dew. The plain one. They have the orange sodas that are bright orange, like impossible. you know,
They're
all
not
that
natural
shit's
colors.
garbage. It's crap.
And it seems to be that the FDA leans or favors toward letting these corporations win, and just let them put the killer color in there because that's what they want to do. They have the money, they control our interests and stuff. And so I think that's a big. Bob. I think that's a big part of it, Shawnee.
Lobbyists run this country.
Absolutely.
And they grease the wheels. They get the things passed. They get the drugs put in, and then they say, "Oh well, this drug creates this side effect. Now you need this other drug to counteract the side effect.
Yes.
Oh, that drug 2 creates this other side effect. Now you need drug 3, and they keep piling up.
And you become a human pill cocktail, if you will. What using one drug to chase the after effects of another, Shawnee. You're not wrong about that. So
fuck that.
I really think because of social media and because of shows like the Seany Zone here on the Shuli Network, awareness is really spreading really much faster than when we were younger, Shawnee, about all of these kind of things that are going on in the foods. And I think that's why you are seeing now where the FDA is having them look at these things a little more closely with public pressure, because they realize that in Europe and in other parts of the world, they're not getting away with kind of using these unhealthy additives in their food.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, Andy.
If you wanted to, you can play 220.
All right.
It should be fine. It's just a video somebody made. It's not,
All right.
It's a little bit long, and I have a few other things I want to play tonight, so I might save that one for next week, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
I love it. Thank you, Andy. Or Don. Whoever that was.
You're welcome, brother. Yeah, Shawnee, you're welcome.
Can we play... Can we play number 233 just for a bit? There's a new outbreak of the bird flu I wanted to show you. 233.
We can't have this. We got we got birds around here. We got the great bird Terry Nee and Dave Daffel. We can't have a bird flu going on here.
And the ravens.
The ravens. All right, well, let's check about this bird flu, y'all. We're all about it on the Seany Zone. Here you go. Serious shit.
Like, what the fuck?
They definitely got the bird flu.
Yeah.
The people inside just taking pictures of it.
So, yeah. So that's fun.
See, Shawnee was right, man. The bird flu is spreading. This is some serious shit we're talking about here.
Yeah. We're all done. All right. Can we move on?
Sure. Sure, buddy. Absolutely.
Number 230.
I like that's my kind of bird flu. If I get the bird flu, I want that one.
Yeah. Can we go to number 230?
230, better known as 230. You got it. 230 right here. All right, 230. Pull that up. Okay. Yes, here we go. All right, we're having fun here tonight.
We're gonna end on a fun note. I like to bring it get a little bit less serious. The end here,
and we're bringing it back. Shawnee's pulling the train into the station. We hope you enjoyed yourself tonight on the Seany Zone here on the Shuli Network. Stay tuned.
I hope you all did.
8:30 East for the Frog and Don immediately following this show tonight. But here we go. Reclaim your mind from media and government control, and take the advice of maybe this commercial right here.
I used to believe everything I'd see on the news, but that's before I discovered a brain.
A brain is meant for everyday use.
A brain.
Those living with moderate to severe stupidity have seen immediate improvement in common sense with a brain.
Huh. I thought the government had my best interests at heart, and then a friend told me about a brain.
Talk to your doctor about what news sources you obey. A brain may also lower your desire to take life-altering advice from celebrities.
Getting lectured about my carbon footprint from people with 3 private jets used to make sense. But thanks to a brain, now I can think for myself every day. When my disregard for 3rd grade biology began to flare up, I knew it was time for a brain.
Do not try a brain if you're allergic to a brain. Common side effects may include accountability, discernment, homeschooling your kids, a better understanding of economics, awareness of the stupidity of socialism, and diarrhea.
For tethering yourself to reality, the only no-brainer is choosing a brain. Ask your doctor if a brain is right for you.
Yeah, I like it, Sonny. Ask your doctor.
Funny. That's fun, right?
If a brain is right for you. That's a good, funny tip to leave on there on Sonny.
Well, I got one last one to clip real quick. 222.
222. All right.
Who doesn't love pizza?
I don't know. Oh, Shawnee, this is so funny, bro, because
this one's an old one, but it re-came up and I was like, I fucking love it. So I wanted to play it again.
Well, and I will tell you that we think so much alike, bro, because for my show, BF Live, which you can watch Monday through Friday on the BF Live channel right here on YouTube, I have this very clip prepared that I was going to use it for my show, bro, but you beat me to it. I was going to use it in one of my liftoff reels, but we think so much alike, and it's so funny. Let's share it with the people right here tonight on the Seany Zone.
Feel free to please play it.
Oh, I will. Yeah, it's funny. It's a good one. Here we go. Get you those vibes. For something I want to eat. I need some cheese, tomatoes, and olives, and maybe even some meat. I need some pizza. Every time I want that pizza.
Kids got
pizza. I go to David's Pizza. David's Pizza, 209-477-2677.
Pizza. There you go. No conspiracy about pizza on the Seany Zone. I love me some pizza, Shawnee. Good pizza, bad pizza. I love bowling alley pizza, all kind of funky pizza.
Yeah, I mean, if you line up the guy that sings that song and the voice that tells you where to go to get it, they both sound like fucking animals, like party animals.
They are, man.
And the guy's hair is back to like here, his hairline, and it's great. It's great.
There you go, an oldie but a goodie. But that's funny. When I saw that you kind of had that in our hopper, man, I'm like, man, boy, if we don't think alike, because I had that to show my liftoff reel on my show. So that's funny, man. I'm glad we shared that together.
And I do want to bring up mumbling Nick right here, where he says that our biggest problem, our biggest problem is that billionaires and corporations own our politicians.
Mm-hmm.
That's corporatism. It's oligarchy.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of communism. Yes.
Yeah, and the decisions are being made on the behest or the behalf of those lobbyists and those billionaires, like Shawnee was identifying earlier. Yeah, that seems to be our system here.
Yeah, that's what we love. It's caused consolidation of power to the point where 3 banks own 88% of NASDAQ.
Yeah, right. That's
BlackRock and I forget the other two off the top of my head right now.
Too big to fail comes to mind, something like that.
They own the majority of our stocks and bonds, and I'm just an ant.
But you and I are both ants. Pizza. You can't. As long as you got pizza, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Indeed.
Don't take my pizza, Shawnee. Then I'm coming for them. They come for my pizza.
Yes, agreed. All right, we don't have any other chats that we needed to read. I might have missed.
We do.
We do.
The daddy of Big Dodo-ness. Yeah.
Big Daddy Dodo. Thank you for the 5. BF, I haven't forgotten about that rub I promised you.
Whoa, shh. I haven't forgot about that hand job I promised you either. Thank you, Big Daddy Dodo, for the $4.99. I appreciate you, bro. I tell you, it was a weekend. You know, it was a weekend at DabbleCon. That's all I'll say.
Yikes.
Without saying any more, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, that's great, man. I'm looking forward to that, Big Daddy Dodo. Thank you for the $4.99 and the rub.
He's going to pay you to rub you? That's a pretty good deal.
Something. Hey, mind your business, Shawnee. It involves meat and rub.
Sorry. Meat rubbing.
It does involve meat, though.
All right. So I know we're going to get out of here because Andy has the roll. All right. So thank you all for being here tonight. I do want to say we'll be back next week. Yes. And I do also want to say thank you to Andy and to Bob and to the TSN network. And I do want to say also, stay strong, stay vigilant. And I'm trying to stall to see if if Daniel throws anything out,
you used to Daniel coming in under the buzzer beater with the buzzer beater.
He loves to throw his shit in right at the end.
It's great seeing everybody in the chat tonight, like Big Daddy Dodo, Mike Shitty Internet Provider, Blummel's Defense Lawyer, all of our friends here.
He's been there, and there was a guy that was at the very start of it that was CCC. I forget what his name was, but
I don't remember.
All the way back at the end.
We got Cunt Chops joined us tonight. Our friend Syke joined us.
Some nice stuff too as well.
What's up?
All right, so
with the Z, what's up, everybody? Yeah, so shout out everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight, but the fun is not over yet. 8:30 East coming up with Frog and Andy right after this.
Yes, please check them out. Clearwater Chad was who I was trying to
say.
You
go. That's right. Clearwater Chad was the first one here. Shout out to Clearwater
right off
Chad,
the rip,
man.
Right off the rip. And thank you, Brian Kowalczyk. And thank you again, Daniel August. So when we close tonight, what I wanted to know is stay strong, stay vigilant, and return your fucking shopping carts. I ran into again, real quick. And Mrs. Shawnee was there and can vouch for me that this is real. We went outside of the store and there was a cart in front of the exit. Who fucking does that?
Yeah, like the shopping center exit. Like you had to drive past it.
No, not drive past. You had to move your cart. We had to bump the cart out of our way.
We had to push it just to get through.
It was outside of the exit door.
There you go. People, hey man, long as it ain't people. There you go. That's the one we want to get in there. Look who snuck in there.
Big Daddy. Thank you for the $2. See y'all later. Thank you so much. But I just wanted to say, like, I keep seeing this now. This is a thing, and I don't know if it's a conspiracy against me personally, or if it's just lazy fucking assholes.
Yeah,
maybe that. But all right, so y'all stay tuned for Andy and I almost said Andy and Dawn. Andy and Frog are coming up next. Have a good time. We're gonna fucking rock go with them. And that's it.
Brother.
We'll see you guys.
It'll be fun, just like this show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy.
Fucking A straight, bro. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you. Stay tuned for Andy and the Frog. Cunt Chops. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you.